Good morning. It's me, Mikey Pipes, and Gigi the mini golden doodle. Oh, it's cold this morning. 36 degrees here in New York. And this morning, we're gonna rip out an old Rheem gas-fired furnace with an R22 evaporator and outdoor condenser and throw in the best in dual fuel, featuring the Bosch IDS 2.0 Heat Pump Condenser. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it. Let's go. All right, it's a little bit before 8 o'clock in the morning. Right now we're in Queens, and we're heading up north to Little Neck, slowly but surely. We went through a lot of traffic down on Winchester Boulevard behind us. And we're going over the Grand Central right here. There's Creedmoor, Psychiatric Hospital, Psych House, the Looney Bin. The Looney Bin! Some people say Mikey Pipes should be there because I'm nuts. Psychopath. That's me. But I'm looking forward to this job, and Daniel Mini-Me is really looking forward to it. This is the first installation for me, of course. Especially that we're actually doing a dual fuel system where the primary method of heating will be the Bosch IDS 2.0 heat pump system sitting on top of the Carrier gas-fired 96% efficient furnace, 2-stage. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be epic. And we're going to wire the emergency heat is going to turn on the gas furnace. So it's going to be pretty cool. All right, I'm just going to head on down up to by Douglas and Parkway and make our way to Little Neck, and hopefully we can find some spots for the trucks because all 3 trucks are going to this job. All right, let's get going. Good morning.
My husband's actually not here right now, but let me
Open the garage?
Yeah, I'll open the garage door.
Thank you so much. All right. First, let me show you this condenser while she's opening the garage door for us. And the walkway is actually not so bad. I thought we'd have to carry it in here, but our outdoor condenser is right here. Right? Not so bad. This is a covered patio, and we're gonna grab fresh air from in here, right? We're gonna replace the line set. We're gonna grab fresh air from here, but we're gonna extend the exhaust to outside, and I'll probably push out on one of these sides. We either will go straight out from there, maybe to the right of, sorry, we're staring at the window inside. To the right of the window, maybe there, and come out to here, or maybe we'll stay with the line set and come out like right over here. All right, but this is coming out as an R22 condenser, and if Daniel doesn't come soon, we're gonna start pumping this down. All right, let's go take a look at the furnace and evaporator coil and duct. Perfect. Mike got the spot in the street. Very hard here since we have all of this. When I came here for the estimate, I had to park around the corner because it was packed. He's not gonna need those anymore. All right, garage is open. All right, here's our furnace. There's our light switch, and this is what we're taking out, ladies and gentlemen. This Rheem gas-fired furnace that utilizes a chimney. Boom, right? We have another light switch there. Let's turn that one on. Perfect. We're gonna redo the gas piping here as well. All right, as you can see there, we have 3/4 coming down, breaking off the 1/2 inch to feed the water heater. And the furnace, wrong orientation, by the way. Well, let me correct myself, not wrong. I had a meeting last night with Bosch, because now Bosch is an official manufacturing sponsor of Mikey Pipes. And the sales reps were also present, and the sales rep represent Amtrol. And I asked the rep, what is the proper installation orientation, or the preferred installation orientation for your Amtrol tanks? He didn't know the answer, all right, the sales rep guys, but he got the head of engineering for Amtrol on the phone, put him on speakerphone, and I said, what is the preferred installation orientation? He goes, hanging. I was like, enough said. Alright. First thing we're gonna do is disconnect power. Let's go to the circuit breaker panel. Wow, you don't see this that often. Number 11. I knew that was gonna happen. We lost our supplemental lighting in that box right there. Alright, let me go in there and disconnect this. At least restore light while we're working. Alright, I got Peter manning the Milwaukee hammer drill. I'm drilling a hole that's going to accommodate 2-inch PVC for my exhaust going out. Got one hole there, another one off the end of the little crawl space. And then we're going to drill another one over here for fresh air. Yeah, we're sorry, we don't pick up the phone for him because he writes bad checks. Oh, you're about a quarter way there. Just remember, periodically take out the cores as you're drilling them, because otherwise you'll bind it up. But keep going. You have 3 more holes to go. Let's take a look at the equipment that we have stage outside. Carrier, I told him to get a Bosch. There's my Bosch IDS 2.0 3-ton heat pump condenser. There is my Bosch cased evaporator coil. That's a 17-inch across, matches the top of the furnace. I got my increased return plenum. I got my Carrier 4-inch filter, media filter cabinet, and I got some transitions there with the mesh. That's gonna get on top of there. And there's the supply piece, little transition on that as well. Let's take, I just wanna take just a quick moment to sincerely thank Bosch for being the channel's first official manufacturer to sponsor this channel. Thank you so much, guys. And guys, if you're watching this on the premiere, let's all show Bosch some love and start smashing that thumbs up button. Start smashing that thumbs up button. Don't hide. Start smashing that thumbs up button. And in the comment section down below, I want you guys to write love Bosch. Hashtag love Bosch. St. Mike commands you to do it now. Let's go see what Daniel's doing. Hi, Daniel. You got the R22 recovery tank, the field piece recovery machine. You got your gauges. You're pumping down this is it Guardian? Guardian, yeah. Guardian R22 condenser. Very nice. Excellent. Getting there. Yeah, your brother's getting a workout. He's drilling a hole. That's him. That's him. Let's go say hi. Here he is. Look at him. Say hi, Mom.
How's it going?
Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Look at your son. We're going to put some muscles on his bones. We're going to drill one hole here. We're going to go out there. And then I'm going to drill another hole here for fresh air. Replace this disgusting line set. Alright. Replace the disgusting line set. We're going to keep this BX or MCC cable, as you guys want to call it. We're going to keep that intact, but we're going to replace this line set.
Are you definitely doing the disconnect the whip?
No, keep disconnect the whip. That looks brand new. The whip.
And then how's that?
Yeah, that's from a monitoring surge protection, which is great. So we'll replace the whip, maybe. We'll see the condition of it, but yeah, let's leave it there because we got nice surge protection for our new Bosch heat pump condenser. And if I didn't say this once, I'm going to say it again. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Let's show Bosch some support. And type in the comment section down below, hashtag love Bosch. Let's go. Get it done. St. Mike commands. And one other thing. I have something special for you guys. I had designed over the weekend the Mikey Pipes version 4.0 Season's Greeting sticker. And I'm going to show you guys a little sneak peek right now. A little sneak peek. You guys ready? All right, I'm going to head on over to our official WhatsApp group chat. And there's a sneak peek, guys. Happy holidays from St. Mike. make sure you join our WhatsApp official channel where we're quite active, about 200 of us. There'll be a link down in the description box down below. And if you want version 4.0, St. Mike Season's Greeting sticker, details in the description box down below. That says 10 o'clock, by the way. 10 o'clock, Tuesday, November 16th. Let me show you what we got done so far. Here's our exhaust. That's our exhaust, which continues going outside. I'm gonna take some threaded rod and some split ring hangers and properly secure that and just make that little bow a little bit less of a bow and more just a gentle pitch going out. Line set is gone. Here's my fresh air. Here's my transition piece, top of the evaporator coil, going to the existing supply plenum up here. Just almost perfect. Almost perfect there. I have my Carrier 4-inch filter media cabinet there, and I'll be changing that every 6 months. And the Bosch, beautiful Bosch, by the way. Thank you so much, Bosch, for being a corporate sponsor of the channel. Really appreciate it. The only other channel, YouTube channel, that I'm aware of that has a manufacturer as a sponsor is HVAC Service Tech channel, who has Carrier. No? Yeah, it is. HVAC Service Tech. Great channel, by the way. They have Carrier as a sponsor. Well, Mikey Pipes got Bosch. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and hashtag love Bosch. Let's show Bosch the appreciation from the channel, from the community, for supporting it. I'm gonna now cut open the return plenum there and make my nice bends on the filter cabinet. And just gonna cut open the hole here with the Milwaukee M18 power shears. Peter's gonna hold the camera. I already drilled a couple holes with my step bit just for ease of access. Something's wrong with this. She ain't cutting like she used to. She's definitely not cutting like she used to. Something wrong there. Oh. What does this thing do? That's to rotate. Milwaukee. Let's see. Something's definitely wrong here. Guys, what do you think? What's wrong with it? Why is it not cutting? What's broken? Why? Why, Milwaukee? Is this power shear is not power shearing anymore? It's slow shearing. Stop slow shearing. Like Ed Sheeran. Yeah. It's Ed Sheeran. All right, the other mic's working on the return. I'm going to straighten this up a little bit. It's very cocky. Peter's drilling another hole. Our line set was going to go up there. There, then it was like up and then loopy like this. Like, nah, like that's like special ed. And yeah, someone made a comment like, oh, it's Mikey Pipes, not nice of you to say, make fun of special ed. Guess what? I can because I did for a few years. I'm also retarded, so there you go. So line set comes from there, the hole out through here. We'll put a bend there, a bend here, a bend there, bender right in there. And before we stick it in, we're gonna lick it. Bosch didn't like that, by the way, when our dinner last night. Like, you're a little profane, like too much, like, you don't understand. It's uncut, uncensored, raw footage. Raw. I keep it raw. And that's why the channel grows, because I keep it real while we're doing professional quality work every single effing day.
My grandma tells my mom almost every day that we need to tell you to wash your mouth.
What's that?
My grandma tells my mom almost every single day that we need to tell you to wash your mouth.
Watch my mouth?
As if we would.
As if you're gonna try. But if your grandmother invites me over for some tea and crumpets, maybe she can wash my mouth out with soap. I'm sure she would love to do that. Hi, Grandma. All right. Put a slip there. My supply is done. That's our condensate discharge. We're going to put the standing vest in, the standing flow. The condensate pump with built-in neutralizer. You know, for the condensing furnace. It needs that. Bosch. Hey, how's your hole? Family, how's your hole? Family. Who's that? You're all the way through?
I think I'm hitting something right here.
You're hitting something?
I'm not gaining any progress.
Let me see that hammer drill. Hammer time. Yeah, actually, hold that.
Yep.
You're not going to want to stay there. That is a big hole. Hold on. Why am I doing this and you're not doing it? Get in there. Open up that hole. Ream that hole open. Pretend like it's the only hole in life that you're gonna make. You can do it! You can do it! Gotta get the cocky out of there. Come on, you can do it. You're almost there. Push her in. Beat that hole up. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Come on. Come on, you're almost there. You're getting that money today. Getting that money today. Get it. Come on, you're almost there. Almost there. Come on, wait for it. You can do it! Sorry, guys. 3 minutes, 50 seconds into it. He still hasn't opened her up yet.
I don't know if you can do it, water boy.
Oh, my God. We're gonna have to. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I'm not gonna stop now recording until you punch through. Come on, punch through. Do it. Do it. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. Oh, you have cocky in there. Come on. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Come on, Peter Pan. Push it in. Push it. You know what? You didn't lick it first. You gotta lick it before you stick it. Oh. Come on, you can do it. Let's go, Peter Pan. Peter Pan, did you have your Wheaties this morning? Come on. You can do it. Come on. Almost there. Oh. Like a man. You're so close to just a little. Daniel's recording too. Come on! What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Christmas? Come on, Peter Pan. You can do it. There he goes. He did it. And the crowd goes wild. Look at that hole. Let me ask you a question. How's your hole? Family. How's your hole? Family. Daniel, how's your hole? Family. There we go. Look at that hole. Look at that nice, beautiful, sexy hole. Oh, you did it. How do you feel?
Tired.
You feel
Great.
tired?
I feel great.
Go take a break.
Kyle Rittenhouse after 3 months in prison.
Cover. Oh, shit.
The verdict is today, too.
The verdict's today. Yeah. And you know what he's going to be found? Not guilty!
You don't think he's going to jail?
Let's go, Brandon.
I don't think he's going to jail. No, absolutely not.
I think he's going to jail.
Well,
you think so?
They already dropped the weapons charge.
They dropped the weapons charge.
It doesn't matter. Society wants him to go to jail. Black lives matter, man.
Hold on, but he didn't kill a black person.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's still a white supremacist.
I thought, I watched some of the closing arguments yesterday, and then I saw like the guy who he killed first was white. I'm like, hold on, why is this all about race?
And he was saying, the guy he killed.
And he was.
And he was saying racist things, too.
Hey, look, he's feeding you.
Oh, no, I'm just getting the wire in.
You know, I gotta listen to some Dua Lipa in my ear.
He's going to jail, that kid.
I don't think so.
I think he is.
You want to bet your Christmas bonus?
If it was based on the laws, no, he wouldn't be going to jail.
All right.
If he loses, I just lost all faith in him.
You have to.
But people have already videotaped the
all right, we gotta get this in place. All right, working on line voltage. Here is L1 neutral and green coming from the main panel right there. Look at that. That thing looks scary. This is not your typical Emerson White Rogers universal control. Going through here, going through the box, and you see I got my Wagos. So this is my coming from up there. I'm gonna connect that next. I got green, ground, neutral, and L1. L1 going to one side of the switch. The other side of the switch is going to my outlet and the furnace, right, which is there. And I made a little pigtail here to go to the furnace. I didn't want to take the stranded wire and go right to the outlet. I took a piece of solid wire and then used a 2-conductor Wago. This is the lever 221, right? And that goes to there. So now I'm gonna push this all together, take the screws that come on the box, mount that to there, and then I'm gonna run my power up there. I'm gonna get rid of the conduit in the process, and we'll go to that box right there, and I'll rehang this light, pull down string light. Daniel and his brother Peter Pan are outside using the Stay Bright 8 to make their connections for the line set to the condenser. I'm gonna cut this here. We'll take the remaining line set and we'll put a couple bends on that. A bend here, and I'll also bend right into my 3/4 inch line set inlet on the Bosch cased evaporator coil. So I just wanted to show you that. The next thing I'm gonna show you is the wiring, which is very, very easy. Remember, this is going to be primary source is heat pump, and secondary source is going to be furnace. And it's very, very easy to wire in that configuration. So stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it. And remember, if you want any stickers, versions 1, 2, 3, or reserve 4, details in the description box down below. Take 2, because that was not even on camera. I can't believe we missed that whole thing. Look at this pizza. There's one thing that's better than this pizza. And besides King Umberto's, right? You know, either one of you know what it is? A magical wrench. That's right. If you're watching on this live premiere right now and you want something better than this pizza, and you haven't even seen it yet, you trust me, you want what's behind door number 1, which you know is a magical wrench. You don't know what this is other than Tuscana pizza. If you want a magical wrench, you need to smash that $sign. It's right down below. And you need to give me a super sticker or a super like of any denomination or any dollar amount you want, whether it's 99 cents or $999 or $9 million. Now, if you went for door number 2, oh, that looks good. Now, the is lost because this is take 2 because I didn't press the record button on my stupid phone. And now we're going to dig in and eat. We're talking about pizza, which happens to be a little bit on the sweet side. Do we all agree?
Mm-hmm. It's good, though.
But it is good. And you said it reminded you of Campbell's soup, tomato soup. Yeah. So then I asked if there's any association with you the two of you. And you said no. And then you told a story. A Dr. Fauci story. So now you got to tell the story.
I think it's my girlfriend's great-grandmother's cousin. Or brother. Cousin or brother or some type of relation is Dr. Fauci.
Now, we need to get him on secret video, not wearing a mask.
They don't have that already?
What?
They don't have that
That's what we do.
Well, and they have all his emails.
Yeah. Why do people wear masks outside? How about this? You're driving in your car, you're wearing a mask. Like, alone in the car. Like, I think people, like, forget they have a mask on, and they fall asleep with a mask.
Probably, yeah.
You know, I spent the weekend in Florida. Not a single mask to be seen anywhere. It's like COVID doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know? God bless Ron DeSantis.
I only wear a mask if a customer asks me to wear a mask. That's
Me
the only
too.
time I'll ever wear one. I don't wear it anymore.
I'll wear one if they give me one and they want me to wear one.
I only wear it if they ask twice.
Not once. Because the first time you ask, maybe you don't really mean it. But if you ask again...
It's out of habit they're asking you to wear it. And when you don't wear it, if they really ask you to wear it again, then there's definitely something wrong with that. And you probably should wear it.
While we're eating our sweet pizza, there's the manual humidistat. And I got it nice wired to here. And I got my transformer right there. You see it? There it is. And I'm going to bring this wire down. I got 8 wire going to the stat. And the stat's going to control humidity. And as you know, it's 12:30. And we're got a little bit of things to do, but by 3 o'clock, 3:30, we should be out of here. We really should. Here's the water for the humidifier. Very nice. Very nice. We have to do the line set, vacuum down, condensate removal, and we got to cut in the bypass for the humidifier. All right, Ecobee. Hold on for a second. Now, let's see what we have here. Right now, we have a single R, which is red, green, Y1. He has accessory here hooked up with the black. That's not the case. It's going to go to OB. Hold that. The black is my reversing valve. So now we're going to stick that, get in there, like that, where the rest of his wires are hidden. Let's carefully take the rest of this out. I'm looking for his other wires. I'm going to take all these out. Keep in mind that R and common are powered right now. So we want to keep those apart. All right, there they are. So the orange here, and the brown now become my accessory, which is humidifier. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Want to grab the needle nose? Yep. Unless you have one. The orange, all right, is accessory. So let's put that into accessory. Yeah, get in there. Accessory minus orange. And while I'm here, let's push all the rest of that in there. Okay. And then the brown was the other part of accessory. And again, that's humidifier. It's going to open that humidifier solenoid valve as long as the manual humidistat is set properly, right? So now, let's take the red wire, and that's gonna go on, we'll put that on R, any R's, but we'll configure this thing to jump across on the thermostat programming. So there's R. While I'm there, let's get rid of C. Common. Let's put U away. There. Now, green. We'll pick up all the wires when we're done off the floor. Green goes there. All right. Now, white. We're going to make that W1 according to the Ecobee instructions, and we'll program that for gas furnace. Black becomes OB, a reversing valve, which is connected to the blue wire, which is then going to the outdoor Bosch heat pump. Where is it? There it is. And last but not least, cooling. When he runs his cooling mode, his outdoor condenser is going to run about 1 to 3 amps total when that inverter is running. And that is remarkable. There's all the wiring. Let's take Mr. Ecobee and let it boot up and spread its wings. That's what it's going to do next. All right, we're making a Stay Bright 8 connection right there. I have one joint on my 3/4, and that's right there. This is a bend, that's a bend, that's a bend, and that's a joint right there. We're using the Stay Bright 8, perfect for 410A, and because I'm using a low temperature, I don't need to run nitrogen through my line. Not necessary. Perfect. And we also have a Stay Bright 8 connection on my condenser, and we'll do the same thing here. Daniel's doing a visual inspection, making sure that there are no leaks on there.
I think there may be.
You think there may be?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Daniel leaks a lot. HVAC
I have a hard
YouTube
time
channel.
with it outside too. I'm getting so much of a gap.
You have too much heat then.
Okay.
Lower heat. All right.
Okay.
Try again. Daniel's son. But
is it because my torch is too
yeah,
big?
you need to use a smaller tip. All right, but just and it's a turbo torch. You need to increase that flame.
More.
Yeah, it's gotta be like that, turbo. All right, and then give it heat until the solder starts to melt. As soon as the solder starts to melt, take the heat away. How's it look now?
It looks better.
Okay.
I don't want
Now,
to mess with it more.
now we're gonna do the other side.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
Now we gotta do here. All right, we're gonna pull this connection out here. We're gonna make sure that we use a little scratchy paper to clean that up. And I'm using the pipe wrench to hold back on the insulation so it doesn't fly back into the area that we're soldering. Again, we're soldering, we're not brazing, ladies and gentlemen, because with Stay Bright 8, we don't need to braze. No need to braze, no need for nitrogen. All right, that's 151. We're just tying up some loose ends right now. Mike G is working on the fresh air intake, which goes there. We're gonna seal off the chimney with some furnace cement. We're gonna seal that connection there. There's our exhaust. I just grabbed pictures of the model and serial number for the invoice. And I'm using the Service Pal app. Service Pal is my mobile dispatching and invoicing app. And as you can see, we're just about done. Let's go outside and see what Daniel's son and Peter Pan are up to. All right. Whoa. That's a big one, huh? Don't drop it.
I won't.
All right. And remember, smash that thumbs up button, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost at 50,000 subscribers. Wow, isn't she pretty? Wow. Let's take a look at the work that Daniel's son did with the line set. Very, very nice and pretty. Very nice, very nice. We're at 99 and dropping microns. I got the field piece. This is the 8CFM vacuum pump. I'll throw a link down in the description box down below. You can get it at Value Testers, but I prefer True Tech Tools. Don't say the name. This video is sponsored by Bosch. Love Bosch. Hashtag love Bosch. Not Value Testers. All right. Beautiful Bosch. Beautiful. You know what? The neighbors are going to be very happy, especially in the summertime when this unit is running. You wouldn't even know it's on. You would never even know it's on. And there are so many features in this heat pump where you don't even need the gauges on this machine. Let's say you're doing annual preventative maintenance on this thing. Do not touch your gauges. Do not touch them. Leave them in your truck, because with the control board that's on here, and yes, that is very scary, but we have an LED display there, a multi-character LED display, and it will tell you everything you need to know. Everything. You don't even have to take the gauges out of the truck. Don't touch it. Pretend it's a Fujitsu or a Gree like that, right? You don't need them. Phenomenal, phenomenal machine. And what's great about this Bosch right here, that it will actually work in heat pump mode to negative 14 degrees. Negative 14 degrees. Negative 14 degrees. If I took a piss in negative 14 degrees, it's going to freeze before it hits the ground. But this thing will produce heat for a house at negative 14 degrees. Now, granted, yes, it'll probably will struggle, and you do need that emergency bypass, emergency heat, usually heat strips. But on this house, if it's 40 degrees or lower, the furnace is going to kick on. Because you need that for the primary source of heat, because it makes more financial sense to have that running below 40 degrees, because this thing is going to draw a lot of power. And even though it doesn't draw a lot of power, 1 to 3 amps. I've seen truck inverters, automobile truck inverters, power multiple Bosch systems. They have that. Bosch has a mobile training facility that's on a trailer, and they have it hooked up to the truck's factory power inverter, and it powers multiple systems. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. Bosch. Hold on. I think I'm gonna make love to this Bosch. I love you a long time. Love you a long time. Negative 14 degrees. It has, I think it operates at 57 different speeds. Forget about variable speed, like a Carrier, 5-speed, 21 SEER system, right? Forget about that. 57 speeds. I may be wrong, maybe 42 or 47, but I know it's like up there in variable speed range, because it's got that crazy inverter right there. See that inverter right there? That black thing looks like a compressor, but it's not. It's an inverter. And there's one thing to keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen. When you start this up, you do the commissioning and startup process. If you have never done it before, read the manual in its entirety. If you don't know what hertz or frequency this thing runs at, you need to run the manual you need to read the manual before you start playing with this thing. It's not that simple. We have some dip switches here. We have a whole bunch of shit that needs to get resolved and set properly in order for this thing to run in an orderly fashion. Beautiful, beautiful Bosch. Hold on, this one went empty?
Yeah, this one.
Oh, so you grabbed the rocket. That is a Kim Jong-un rocket, by the way. What he was carrying before, that's a Kim Jong-un North Korea ballistic missile right there. Man, that thing's intercontinental ballistic. Crazy stuff. One of those, we can end coronavirus to the whole world. I'm telling you, we just need one Kim Jong-un bomb. Psh, done, finished. All right. What do we at? It's microns.
75.5.
You want to do a decay test? Let's isolate. Ooh. It just jumped up real fast.
Did it?
But now she's dropping down. So start the decay test.
it's recording. I haven't done this in so long.
There you go. And it's going to use a mathematical formula. It's still dropping. That's how great that's how tight the system is. That it's jumped up at first only because you were messing with those valves right there, right? And then it dropped right back down, and probably, there we go, the decay has passed. The decay has passed! Oh, I'm a lunatic. Sweet, sweet, sweet tight system. Now, my line set, a C hair over 15 feet. So I'm not even going to add any refrigerant to the system, and neither is Daniel, and neither are you. You can't because you don't have a license. He can because he does, and I can because I'm St. Mike, I can do whatever I want. Just kidding. I got my 608 Universal a long, long, long time ago. Before the wind, before the snow. I would dump the charge before you start playing with those.
Okay.
All right, because it's a little. You take a look. We also got the surge protector. That's by Intermatic, the model AG3000. That was installed by the client's electrician. Again, to protect that $2,000 control board. But even if I needed one, all I have to do is pick up the phone and call my boys at Platsky, the local Bosch rep, Bosch regional rep, and then Mikey Pipes, you need an IDS 2.0 control board? We got you covered. Because Bosch associates only with the best representatives because it's a reflection of them. You know, if I called up Platsky and I just put in this $1 million Bosch system, right? And next year, God forbid, the control board will die. You think I'm going to accept, hey, Mikey Pipes will give it to you in 5 days? I only associate and only install products where I know that I have support not only from the manufacturer, but also from the local sales reps. So I want to give a special shout out to Bosch and Platsky for starting and launching this official, corporate sponsorship, like a brand ambassador. You know, someone called me an influencer the other day. I was like, an influencer? Influencers are those people on TikTok. Do I look like an influencer? I couldn't influence. I don't know. I can't influence my dog to take a... I was going to say, shit. Oh. I am far from an influencer. The only thing that I am, besides being comical and funny sometimes, and a lunatic, only thing I am doing with this channel is trying to promote professionalism in the trade. That's my main objective. Show the community the right way of doing things. You know, Daniel came from a company that, I want to say that they were subpar.
They were beyond subpar.
They were beyond subpar. From the horse's mouth, beyond subpar. They didn't even own a recovery machine. Did they own a vacuum pump?
They own one, yeah.
Did they actually use it?
For a couple seconds.
You know, when I first started doing air conditioning years and years ago, the company that I worked for, we actually subbed out the installs. And this guy, his name was Rob, he would just listen to when the vacuum pump started making different noises, then he knew it had a good vacuum. There was no such thing as a micron gauge. I did not possess a micron gauge until I started this company in 2008. Now we have many of them, and only the best. Like the Blue Vac Plus Pro. That bad boy right there. And I think you can get it at Value Testers, but you can definitely get it at True Tech Tools. And maybe even Amazon, but maybe True Tech Tools. Check out HVAC School YouTube channel. I think they got a promo code. You get like 10 or 7% off at True Tech Tools. I don't have a relationship with True Tech Tools. One day they all come to me, just like Bosch. Bosch came to me. They wanted to align themselves with an influencer. So right now, Daniel's opening the surface ports. You can see on the micron gauge, it's marked as high P. This is high pressure because he already dumped one side into it. And supposedly, you're supposed to open up the suction side first and then the liquid side, or is the liquid side first and then the suction side? Do you remember which one it is?
No, because everybody has a different opinion.
Everyone has a different opinion. And opinions are like a-holes. Everyone's got them. At least one, right? Unless you want to rip one open or ream one open, right? But opinions are like, you know what I mean. I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying that, and then they're going to want to cancel my my influencer agreement. I'm joking. We're trying to keep it family friendly. Beautiful Bosch. I know, family friendly. Hold on. Hi, Daniel's son and Peter Pan's grandmother. How are you? I know you want to wash my mouth out with soap, but so far today I behaved myself. So far, right? Yeah. I behaved myself today. This beautiful Bosch. Oh, she's so nice and pretty. All right, I'm going to go back inside. When you're ready, plug in the disconnect. I'll give you power, and let's put it into force mode. Actually, I don't have to put it into force mode because we know we have a great line set. I don't even need to test refrigerant. I don't. We'll let it run in heat pump mode at the thermostat, and don't even hook up the gauges to it. I'm telling you, seriously. We'll use the readouts on the LED display to see what it's running at, and we'll go from there. Do you concur? Perfect. All right, let's go. All right, right now I got my humidifier in test mode, making sure we don't have any leaks. I have not only the manual humidistat in the test position, or 50%. See if I lower that down, it cuts off. But I have my Ecobee thermostat, and I have the humidifier on, and it's set to 40%. Now, before we leave the humidification aspect of this video, we have a little door switch here. This is marked summer, this is marked winter. In the winter, you want to open this up, that way the evaporative humidifier will function, and this is a bypass. So air from the top of the furnace and the top of the evaporator coil, some of it's going to be diverted through here, through this 6-inch bypass, and back to the return. Okay, I'm just going to make sure we have no leaks present, and we're going to wait for this to do a cycle. I left a little bit of slack here, and I guess I could repurpose that right there maybe. Look at that. Perfect, repurposed. See? Repurposed it. And I left a little slack here, that way you can get behind the furnace, you know, for any you want to service the water heater. I measured, we have enough clearance here when this is taken out. So we're good at water heater replacement, which was done a couple years ago. We're going to let that condensate pump fill up, and then we're going to go to the Ecobee and run a test. We want to fire up the furnace, and we're going to do that next as soon as we see this pump come on with no leakage. I made a quick little modification here. This is my reservoir for my neutralizing media, and this is the overflow from this. So I drilled a hole in the top, that way my condensate from my humidifier, well, not the condensate, my runoff from the humidifier goes into that little spot right there. So let's wait for that pump to come on, discharge, and be leak free, and then move on to a manual test of the furnace. All right. She works. Okay, good.
So
yes, what was your question?
you set the thermostat.
I have the humidity at the Ecobee set for 50%.
But for the temperature for the stage, the heat
Yes.
stages,
So-
you set it to 40 degrees to turn on the furnace.
Correct.
That's
Because
40 degrees inside or outside?
outside. So according high stage. According to the Bosch technical advisor for Mikey Pipes, right? When you have a dual fuel application like we're using, we take a single R to the thermostat from the furnace. B, right, which is OB, goes, you know, to outside. OB, yeah, OB goes to B outside. That's the reversing valve. Auxiliary, if you have an auxiliary on your thermostat, that's going to go to W on the furnace. Auxiliary heat. So instead of energizing heat strips, you're energizing W, which is the furnace, right? And if you had multi-stage, like W2 would go to W1, for example, and W3 would go W2. But we don't have that here. And we programmed B to be the reversing valve, which we did at the Ecobee. And you were asking about outdoor shutdown. He said between 35 and 40 degrees. And the system will heat on a heat pump mode to negative 14 degrees.
My question is, how does it even know that it's 40 degrees outside? Is there
Ecobee uses the internet Wi-Fi thermostat to recognize what the outdoor temperature is. Let's see what the operating status is of the thermostat and what the outlet temperature is. All right, let's go to test mode. Let's go to settings. Let's go to installation settings, test equipment. Yes, I am a professional usually. Let's do auxiliary heat, which is stage 1. Okay. And let's wait for that furnace to come on. Open the gas valve. Yes. Houston, we have ignition. We have ignition. 2, 32, 33. Blame that on you. It is a very clean and tight system, though. So, the question for the community is, what did Daniel and me, well, I assume ultimate responsibility since I am the boss, what did we or I neglect to put in? I'll give you a good little overview. Okay. So, there's everything. What did I neglect to put in? There's our blower. All right. And if your answer is combustion test port, we haven't done it yet. Drill a hole there. You have those little silver plugs. Those brass plugs. Let's test combustion. And then, Peter Pan, I want you to continue to focus on cleaning up and getting rid of everything. Put everything back to where it should be, not randomly in someone's truck who doesn't came from that truck originally. Okay. Yeah. Very good. All right. Right now we're at the point of reviewing equipment that we installed with our client, the homeowner. He's also a YouTube subscriber. There's the install, and he had asked about it's lacking a condensate trap. And he seems like a very knowledgeable guy. You probably have a PhD in like engineering. Yeah, those are my best. Those are the best clients when they're engineers and they think they know everything. But it's all good. He had asked, why isn't there a condensate trap here like I see in your other videos when you have the units in the attic, right? So I asked Daniel, why does this unit not need a condensate trap? You know what the answer is?
I do.
What's the answer?
Because on the air handlers we normally install, the coil is on the return side of the fan, so the coil is under negative pressure. So if there's no trap, when there's negative pressure, it'll pull the water in and never let it drain out.
And that's why when you put the exactly. See?
On the positive side, so it
aren't you proud of your brother? Look at that. He knows the answer. That's what it has to do with the pressures. Right? The evaporator coil is after the blower in this particular case, so it's not necessary. It's not needed at all. But if this was a downflow system and the coil was up there, which theoretically may be, then you would need a trap on it. Understood? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I hear we had the cover off, the air conditioning is back on. Who put this there?
I did.
Well, technically, the steel and the copper. Okay. All right? Just technically speaking, steel and the copper. Put in a piece of plastic right there. Get this out of the way. Well, on the PVC, the 3/4, or whatever you want to do, it's fine. Very nice. Cool. All right, you just got to sweep that up, and you just got to get some silicone on that, and that, and that. Any other questions?
Where's the filter? Dryer. Sorry, dryer.
Where's the filter dryer? Outside or inside?
It's not here.
Why not?
Because I didn't put one on.
Why?
Because I forgot.
You forgot. Okay. We're going to owe you a filter dryer.
Don't you have to pump this back down and then put it back and put it in? Okay.
We'll do it at the spring tune-up if you don't mind, unless you really want us to do it now.
I mean, you would know better. That's the.
Let's talk about the microns. Okay, how long is our line set?
Less than, if not 15 feet.
Okay. And what did we get microns down to?
78, and then the.
And how is the decay pass?
Pass at like 328.
Okay. So realistically, we should add a filter dryer.
Actually, probably shy of 20 feet here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the outside line. You're about almost 20 feet. Because it's a 10-foot patio. I know, because I know. It's my patio.
All right, get moving. Might as well do it now then.
Okay.
Do you have a sight glass?
No, I don't put in sight glasses. And Daniel, put that inside.
Okay.
All right. Right there. Did you think I was going to leave you guys in suspense? Oh, you got enough space for almost this place. Look at that. Tish. Oh, and no damage to the armor flex. Look at that. That's easy.
You have a lighter again.
Oh, you need my lighter? Give me a lighter. Hold on, I don't know where it is. It's gone. Oh, there's another pocket. It's a Bic. A lot more on that. Yeah. Take a look at this. Go. Got the bottom good? Yep.
Put a heat on top. Just made that easier to do.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, you're going up. I don't want you to melt anything, which you didn't, but it doesn't matter. Let's apply some more heat. She's in pretend high stage heat. All right. It is 3:50 p.m. Daniel is just finishing up vacuuming down the system, very pressurized. Vacuuming down after he forgot, or should I say I forgot, that filter dryer. You see, Mikey Pipes, the only YouTube channel that keeps it uncut, unfiltered, and raw. Anyone else would not have shown you the behind the scenes mistakes. But I do. To stress the fact that we're all human. If you make a mistake, you man up and you correct the deficiency. And the deficiency here was the lack of a filter dryer. And I was just giving you some entertaining thoughts along the way in my conversation with him. Hey, well, how long's the line? Said 15 feet. Well, actually not, it's 20 feet. How fast did we suck down the system? Relatively quickly. How many microns? 82 microns, and it passed the decay test. Does the system need a filter dryer? Yes, it does. And that's the reason why I had Daniel put it in. Point blank. Needed a filter dryer. All right. Hope you really enjoyed this video. This is the first video honoring my relationship with Bosch. They make awesome products. And honestly, I would like to exclusively install Bosch for my hydronics and my HVAC systems. And I'm working on it. Let me get your thoughts and feedback down in the comment section down below. What do you think about this ultimate dual fuel setup? We have the Carrier Performance 96% efficient gas furnace with the Bosch IDS 2.0 3-ton heat pump condenser. Heat pump, primary source of heat, 40 degrees or less, the gas-fired furnace kicks on and heats the house. Let me get your thoughts and feedback down in the comment section down below. If you want a magical wrench, you know what to do. I've mentioned it many times in this video. Smash that $ symbol right below this video screen and transfer money from you to me. Whether it's 99 cents or $900,000, something. But if you're gonna do $900,000, just pay me directly through Bitcoin, Doge, even PayPal, because YouTube takes 30%. Yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. But whatever, regardless of what you do, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Check us out on Discord and WhatsApp. And remember, sharing is caring. And I promise you, when we have 50,000 subscribers, there is going to be the most epic pool party in YouTube history. You're not going to want to miss it. Be well, God bless, and stay safe.